Hey guys, my name is Keegan. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about how you can become the best personal trainer that you can through tips and tricks that I've learned of working in the industry for the last 8 years in varying different capacities and with varying different clients as well. This channel is dedicated to getting you the best trainer that you can be and start to make a living that you can actually flourish and start to be and create your own thing. Today, I want to talk about whether or not you should start to have your clients do any sort of cardio. And this can be a very difficult and contentious question, really depending on what side of the aisle you are in terms of the health and fitness world. From my perspective, in basically everything, we always want to have some form of balance, whether it be with nutrition, strength training, even cardio. We want to create some sort of balance to create the best human that we can. And utilizing cardio in some capacity is such a great way to do that. So short, yes, I think you should have your clients do some form of cardio, but I don't think you should be doing it with them. Like, it shouldn't be during the session. It should be something that you're having them do outside of the session, because they don't need to pay you $50 to $100+ an hour to just watch them on a treadmill or have them do some form of interval work. They can do that on their own, but I do want you to be aware that it shouldn't be used for specific reasons. Let's run through the reasons why and when you would use cardio first, and then we'll get into the specific reasons why I don't think you should introduce it with clients, or at least not have that mentality behind it when you start to introduce it. So the first reason why I think you should is it's tremendous for cardiovascular health, i.e., heart health. Going to help the blood flow and make sure that clients are in heart healthy conditions for the rest of their life. As we are trying to work with these clients lifelong and create some form of sustainability for them, we need to start introducing at least some form of high intensity cardio on a regular basis. Number two is if your client really enjoys doing cardio. If they're of the type of person who's crazy and enjoys going out for a run or going out for a long bike ride, have them continue to do that, because it's something that brings them joy and it's reducing stress throughout the rest of the week, at least mentally for them. Number three, if they're training for any form of sport, if they're training for obviously like a long distance endurance sport, they're going to need to train cardio. If they're even looking to do some form of like jiu-jitsu or anything like that, combat sports, football, whatever it is, there is some level of cardiovascular health that needs to be a part of that sport. So depending on that, they may need more or less intensity or more endurance. And number four kind of ties back to number two of just enjoyment, is the mental health aspect of doing some form of cardio. Now you can get this mental health boost from things basic as walking, and they don't need to do anything high intensity, but there are a tremendous amount of endorphins and neurological chemicals that come from doing cardio, both endurance and intensity wise, that is going to be really beneficial and feel really good for your client. Now I want to list off 3 reasons why you shouldn't do cardio with your client. These reasons are things that may happen, but it's not the driver behind doing it, and it can lead to unhealthy expectations from cardio, so we want to kind of stay away from them as best as possible. For one, I see a lot of younger trainers or trainers with really big egos do this, and that is punishing your client for being late or missing a session. Ultimately, they're the ones paying you for your time, and if they are not showing up or canceling within 24 hours, you should absolutely be charging them, and therefore they should not get punished for eventually showing up or being late at all. It's such a negative experience for your clients, and it can cause really high turnover for you, where they're associating the gym with a negative feeling or just feeling really shitty and feeling really run down. If you're getting the gym to be associated with a positive experience of feeling good when they leave the gym, they're more likely to continue to show up and change their perspective of the gym. Most general population clients have really negative feelings towards the gym. They don't like doing it, it's hard, and we all get that as fitness experts, but it's something that we've learned to love, and they're not at that point. So don't punish them for being late. Give them a positive experience in that session, and they're more likely to, one, either show up on time, or two, you're still getting paid, so it doesn't really matter. The number 2 reason why I think you shouldn't use cardio is trying to create a calorie deficit. It is such a slippery slope to use cardio as that way of manipulating how much calories they're burning throughout the day. One, because if they stop doing cardio, they're not going to be losing any weight, and they're going to struggle maintaining that body composition that you got them to. Number 2 is, as they get better at this cardio, they're going to start becoming more and more efficient at doing the cardio, and therefore they're going to need to start doing more and more cardio to get that same caloric burn. When I was running track and field, I was running 70 to 80 miles per week. That is a lot of freaking cardio. And I was also working out 4 to 5 times per week. So I was doing a lot of activity throughout the whole week, but I still looked skinny fat. And that's because I was doing too much cardio, and my diet was probably very off in terms of protein, carbs, and fats. But a lot of that had to do with the cardio. It's sending a very different signal to your body to where you don't want to build muscle, because it's not going to be as efficient when you run. So mitigating the cardio at least a little bit and focusing on strength training and developing muscles with your clients is going to create a nice buffer for them to kind of act like an idiot once in a while when they're going on vacations and they're not able to work out and they're eating beer, they're eating cookies. Number 3 is kind of similar to the last one, but it's trying to create a body recomposition through cardio. The best way to do that, again, is through strength training. If you're trying to get your client toned, they're going to have to lose body weight, yes. If you're trying to get your client toned, they're gonna have to lose body fat, yes, but they're also going to need to develop some muscle. And that is ultimately what's going to create that toned look. The more muscle they have, the more body fat they can maintain on their body while keeping that toned physique. As like right now, I'm 22% body fat, but all of my clients say I look very fit and I look good. And that just goes to show, like, this is the fattest I've ever been in my life, and I feel bad about that. But my clients think I look great. And again, it is a little bit of that fitness industry dysmorphia, but it is also goes to show, like, I have a lot more muscle than most American men, and that is saving me from looking skinny fat because I already have muscle. All right, guys, that is it for today. I hope you learned something about when you should and should not be using cardio and kind of how to communicate that with your clients. Really try to stay away from using cardio as a calorie deficit and a weight loss tool, and just focus on the enjoyment factor, the mental benefits, and really try to focus on the cardiovascular health, the mental benefits, and the enjoyment out of cardio. And you're gonna have far healthier clients that are gonna stick around and stay with you for years to come, making you money. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.